Hey everybody, how's it going? John Boy here with Garden Vlog number 2 on the Gardening and Gaming Goober. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about my 2018 garden plan. What am I going to be planting, how I'm going to be planting it in my raised bed with a companion planting like I talked a little about last time. But first, I want to give 2 shout-outs. The first shout-out is to Tractor Supply Company. Between the time I recorded the last video, as you remembered, I went there to purchase some stuff. And now, I did get a response from them, very quickly, I might add. And they came back and said, yeah, go ahead, film in our store. We would love to have you guys. So I want to give a huge shout-out to Tractor Supply Company for allowing me to do that. And the second thing is, new subscriber, Fluke Fights, welcome to the channel, and we're glad to have you here. Now, today, I want to start off talking, the first thing is plant hardiness, or what zone do you grow in. Give me 1 second here to pull that up. There we go. And as you know, I live right here in Pennsylvania. Mine is zone 6A. Now, it's good to know what zone you live in, because what zone you live in will define your growing season. Obviously, the warmer climates, more in the south and the west coast, like you see the orange here and the yellows, you're going to have a longer growing season. More north you are, up in this area, Pittsburgh and the northern area up here, you're going to have a shorter growing season. Pretty much it's defined by your frost date. If you look up online, there's frost date calculators. All you have to do is put in what area you live in, and they'll tell you, when's your last frost. And you want to start your seedlings indoor anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date. That gives those seedlings time to grow and be ready to be hardened off before you take them outside and plant them in the ground in your garden. Let me move on to the other thing of our topic of the day is what am I going to be planting? I actually have them here. The seeds I bought from Baker Creek Seeds. Hey everybody, this is actually a couple days after I recorded this episode, and I was in the editing process, and I realized that I forgot to mention something a little bit important about where I had bought my seeds. Now, I did buy my seeds from Baker Creek Seeds, but the reason that I bought my seeds from them when I did, if you all remember in the United States, in end of last summer, I think it was, Florida and Texas had gotten hit by those really bad hurricanes. What Baker Creek Seeds did was anybody who purchased their seeds right after that time, 100% of any proceeds that they made during a 1-week period from any seeds that were bought were going to help hurricane victims. So that's why I bought my seeds from them, specifically that location. And not only that, but they offered up anybody who had gardens that lived in Texas and in Florida and anywhere down in the areas that got hit by a hurricane. If you sent a picture of your garden in to them and you had told them at that point in time that your garden had been destroyed by the hurricane, they were sending out some free packets of seeds to try and help you get your garden restarted. So that's why I decided to buy my seeds from Baker Creek Seeds. I just wanted to put this in there. They seem to be a great company, and I look forward to growing their seeds. So now let's get back to the video. They are Heirloom Seeds. I wanted to try Heirloom Seeds instead of just the normal seeds that you get at your store, because the Heirloom Seeds have been through generation after generation after generation of growth and saving the seeds and then growing again. So it helps to grow a very hardy, strong seed that will plant well, grow well. They're known to grow well. So I do have a lot to go through here. I'll try and make it quick. But I plan on planting Chicago pickling, cucumbers, Kalima bush beans, however you want to say that, some Waltham broccoli. I'm going to be planting some Emily basil. Sorry, trying not to get a reflection here with some of these. Some Jupiter peppers, some Snow Fairy tomatoes. This one was a sample pack that they sent me, but it's black Versage. I think that's how you say it. Versage. Tomatoes. Some spinach. And of course my peppers I love, so I got all types of peppers. We got banana peppers, we got Craig's Grande jalapeno peppers, we got Caribbean red habanero peppers, we got dill peppers. Now we're building up on heat here. Those are little hot peppers. We got these red 7 pots, which get their name because apparently one of these will season 7 pots of chili. We have Bahut Jacoda, or as they're more well known, try and get that out, ghost chili peppers. And then not in the garden, but in some containers, because I do want to do it both ways, I am going to be planting some butter crunch lettuce. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be planting in my garden this year. Now let's go ahead and pull up how I'm going to be planting this stuff. And I do have some notes, so pardon me because I can't memorize all this just quite yet. So let me pull my notes up here and why I'm planting all these where I am. So in my notes, and as you can see, if you remember this picture from my last one, I had talked about companion planting with your garden. Now the reason that I am doing the companion planting this way is because with the square foot gardening, again, I only have so much space. I only have 8 foot from this side to this side, 4 foot from this side to this side. So I do need to, watch what I'm planting and what's next to it. So the things that I looked at here is like broccoli with the companion planting. Broccoli works well with beans and cucumbers. So that's why, of course, I put my green beans and my cucumbers over here on this side. And then I have the 2-line separator for the broccoli because things like green beans and cucumbers are bad for herbs. Cucumbers are bad with herbs, and green beans are bad with peppers. So I know I do have my herbs and my peppers here, but at least I do have this, gap with the 2 foot with the broccoli between my herbs and my cucumbers and my banana peppers, or the peppers, and my green beans. That's also why I put my spinach here, just because I didn't want to have a weird banana pepper grouping. I like to keep my plants grouped together the same way if I can. So that's why I have my spinach and my basil and my banana peppers with a broccoli separator. Again, broccoli is good for the beans and the cucumbers, but they're only bad for tomatoes and lettuce. So that's why you see I have my tomatoes over here, and that's far away from the broccoli. And another reason why I didn't plant lettuce in here, because it would be kind of hard to keep lettuce anywhere away from this broccoli. So I'm going to be planting those in the containers, like I said, and that's going to actually be far away from where I'm planting, or where I'm going to be putting this raised bed in my garden. And again, the thing with peppers, the only thing peppers have bad are beans, but peppers help basil, spinach, and tomatoes. So since I have all these peppers near my basil, near my spinach, and these near my tomatoes, those will be companion planting and they'll be well off and help each other out. So that gives you a little idea on the companion planting. Again, like I said, search all those websites that are out there. There's tons of websites that will describe what companion planting is, how it works, which ones are good and which ones are bad. Now, if you do see here on my list, I have cucumbers with a number 2 and green beans with a 9, but you don't see any numbers, well, other than the red 7 pot, but that was just describing the pepper. You don't see any numbers underneath of these. The reason for that's going to be is each one of these plots are going to be 1, because if you remember from my square foot gardening page, peppers said you can only put 1, broccoli said it could only put 1, tomatoes are 1, and that stuff. And the cucumbers I can do 2. The green beans I can do 9, based on the ones that I saw. The basil and spinach, I'm not 100% sure, but I might be able to fit more in there. I'll have to go back and check on that. But again, check out all these websites. Do multiple websites, because you will get multiple pieces of information from different locations. One may say 4, one may say 6, one may 10, and then judge for yourself what you feel would be the best thing to plant in your 1 square foot area. Well, I hope that the information that I gave you guys today will help you out. If you want to and you like this video, hit that subscribe button. If you hit the subscribe button, don't forget to hit the little bell that goes beside it so you get the notifications to go along with it. And if you have any questions, I'm not an expert, but I'll do my best to look up the information and help you out. Just go ahead and put it in the comments down below. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you come back for episode 3. I'll see you next time. Bye.